Welcome back to the deep dive. We're picking right back up at the eighth heaven, the fixed stars. This is our 90-second deep dive together, and if you recall, Dante just aced his exam on faith. Now we're looking at Canto 25, Paradiso. He's facing his next big test, this time on hope. And our mission, as always, is to see what this celestial journey can teach you about your own path.
Absolutely. And Canto 25 is, well, it's particularly rich, I think. It's not just about Dante's climb. It really digs into what hope means, and maybe even more importantly, how preparation shapes our lives. We're looking for those real insights today.
Okay, so let's get into it. Dante's up for examination again. This time, St. James is the examiner, focusing on hope.
Oh.
How does that go for him?
Oh, he handles it brilliantly. Really, he defines hope, and this is key, as the certain expectation of future glory. He doesn't just pull that out of thin air either. He grounds it in scripture. Foundational texts, think Psalms, St. James's own writings.
So it's not just a feeling like, I hope things get better.
Exactly. It's not vague optimism. It's presented as an active virtue, something rooted in knowledge, in reason almost, something you work towards.
Right. And then just when it seems like smooth sailing, Saint John the Evangelist shows up. And the light is so intense, Dante is temporarily blinded. That sounds counterintuitive. Blinding light.
It does, doesn't it? Why would this, ultimate illumination cause blindness, even temporarily?
Well, it creates this really powerful symbolic link back to the very beginning of the comedy. Remember his spiritual blindness in the dark forest?
Ah, okay, so it's a parallel.
Precisely. This temporary loss of physical sight signifies perhaps the profound humility you need before you can truly receive understanding. Sometimes you have to accept that you can't see everything, can't grasp it all at once before you can really see it all. It suggests we must let go of our own limited perspective first.
That makes sense. It's like needing to empty the cup before it can be filled. And there's another detail about St. John himself that Dante includes, right?
Yeah.
Something specific. Dante subtly weaves in a clarification about a popular medieval legend. The legend was that St. John didn't die, but was assumed directly into heaven, body and all. But St. John himself clarifies here, no, only Christ and Mary had that unique privilege.
So Dante's sticking to established theology there.
Exactly. It shows his orthodoxy, his alignment with accepted church doctrine. And it also highlights the unique status of Christ and Mary. Plus, it sets up the theological virtues perfectly. Peter examined faith, James examines hope, and now John, the apostle of love, is here, ready for charity.
Okay, so we've seen Dante define hope, face this surprising blindness, and even get a bit of theological clarification. Let's bring this down to earth. How do these moments from Paradiso speak to us, to the challenges and hopes you face?
Well, there are quite a few takeaways, I think. First, that idea of hope as an active virtue. It's not passive wishing. It's a certain expectation that requires effort, understanding, preparation. It suggests that for you, real hope involves doing the groundwork, whether for a career goal or personal growth.
Like Dante clearly prepared for these exams.
Absolutely. Preparation is fundamental. You need to study, understand, engage deeply, just like Dante did. And then there's the blindness.
Right, the humility point.
Yes. Humility before mystery. Accepting our limits when faced with something vast, whether it's a complex problem in life or, divine truth itself. Sometimes the wisest thing is to admit what you don't know, to step back. Trust emerges from that space.
And the order matters too. Faith, then hope, then charity on the way.
That sequence is crucial. It shows that growth, certainly spiritual growth as Dante sees it, follows a kind of logical order. Each stage prepares you for the next. You need that foundation of faith before you can truly cultivate hope, which then opens the way for charity. It's about building blocks.
So hope becomes this bridge, connecting where you are now with where you aspire to be.
That's a great way to put it, a bridge. The examination on hope really emphasizes that this virtue lets you live the present moment with, ideally, some serenity, while actively projecting yourself toward a better future, but without losing your grounding in today's reality. It connects today and tomorrow.
This deep dive into Canto 25, then, it really leaves us with this powerful concept. True hope isn't just wishing. It's active, it's prepared, it requires humility. It really is a fundamental bridge for growth, isn't it?
It truly is. And maybe the question this leaves for you, the listener, is this. How might really embracing this certain expectation, this active, prepared hope, transform how you approach the challenges and the opportunities on your own journey, moving beyond just hoping into actively expecting based on your preparation?
That's a fantastic question to reflect on. Thank you for joining us again for this deep dive into the Paradiso. We'll be back for our next deep dive, continuing Dante's incredible journey. Until then, keep exploring.